chance you could be pregnant? Clear as day. But there's a little something. It's been something. There it is. Little baby. We'll call this a recap. What do you say? Feeling like super large. Hey y'all, my name's Kins and welcome to my channel, or if you have been around before, welcome back. Today I am going to be recapping my 5th month of pregnancy. For those who don't know, I do have PCOS and I struggled with infertility for 2.5 years before surprisingly becoming pregnant right after we moved from Illinois to Texas. So kind of a crazy story, but we're super excited. I will link those videos of how we found out we were pregnant right up here. I'm currently 22 weeks pregnant. I will be heading into week 23 in just a couple days, and so I wanted to come on here, recap 5th month. If you missed my 4-month recap, you can find it right up here. I will link that one. We're gonna go through this super fast. So last time we left off, we were just about to go in for our anatomy scan and find out the gender of our little babe. I was absolutely convinced that it was a girl, so was my husband, and guess what? It's a girl. We are so excited. I cannot tell you how excited we are to have a little baby girl. Our anatomy scan went great. She is perfectly healthy, growing right on track, so we are very thankful and very relieved for that. I think if you have struggled with infertility, or if you struggle, we never had miscarriages, but if you have before, you know that these appointments can be a little bit nerve-wracking, just hoping that everything is going well. And so we are super thankful and just feeling super, super relieved about that. Then kind of a crazy update. About 3 days later, I was actually in a car accident where another person ran a red light. They hit another car that was then pushed into my car. So that was kind of a crazy happenstance there, but we went and got baby checked out again, and she is totally fine, perfectly content in there, and yeah, she's just super healthy. So very thankful about that as well. Let's see. So since we last talked, I'm just going to go through some of my quick symptoms and some things that have been going on. I found out at my anatomy scan that I have an anterior placenta. So I think last video I was telling you how I thought that I was maybe feeling her move, but I wasn't sure. And that's why, because my placenta was blocking me from really feeling her move. So potentially it was, but I don't know. But it was during my 19th week, and it was actually on my birthday, so that's super special. I was hanging out. My parents had come into town for the weekend. We were hanging out at home, and I was just kind of chilling out, and she kicked me so hard. There was no mistaking it. Like, it was her. And so she has not stopped kicking me ever since. She's also figured out that she can kick me in my bladder, which is not pleasant, but anyway, it's really cool just to feel her move. So that's been really exciting. And then about 2 weeks later, so last week, Ben finally felt her move. So he had been kind of trying to feel her move when I was like, oh, she's moving, hurry, 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 but she would stop moving. Typical. But he finally got to feel her move, so that has been super exciting for us. Some symptoms. So just gonna go through a few main symptoms that I've been having. Excuse me. First, tightening in my lower abdomen. So I feel like this is super normal as baby's growing and your muscles are stretching, but down in my very low abdomen and on the sides, I'll randomly just get this really tight feeling, which I'm pretty sure is just like your ligaments and your muscles stretching to accommodate baby growing. It's not super comfortable, but it's not really that bad either. I just kind of recognize, oh, she's a growing girl, and I just kind of deal with it. So it's not been super bad to this point. Let's see. Along with her growing and making like my muscles and my ligaments stretch, I've also started getting some back pain. Now, I do work full time and I'm on my feet all day long. It was week 21 that I feel like baby girl just grew overnight, and it felt so heavy in my front, and I started getting back pain because I don't think I really knew how to support all that weight in the front. So I've just been really trying to focus on keeping my core tightened and kind of sucked in a bit to help support my back, and that has actually really helped. Oh, here's a great thing. I believe I mentioned this in my last video that I was dealing with a little bit of constipation. It was not that I wasn't going every day, but that my number twos, my bowel movements, were not normal. And so thankfully in the last couple weeks that has let up and it's normal and it doesn't hurt anymore. So that's been super nice. I didn't change anything with my diet, so I don't think that it's anything like that. I think it might have just been hormone related, but I'm very, very thankful for that one. I haven't had any real swelling of like my legs, my ankles, my feet, my hands, anything like that yet. I assume that that will come because, like I said, I am on my feet all day long. I don't really get to put my feet up very often. So I am assuming that that will come. My doctors just told me, like, for the back pain, get a belly band, and if I start to see swelling, get some compression socks. So just kind of waiting to see if that does or doesn't happen. But that's been nice. My feet did swell one day, but I don't think it was pregnancy related. I think it was just heat related, because I typically do get like swelling in my feet if I'm like out in the heat for an extended period of time. And I had gone golfing with Ben. I didn't golf, I drove the golf cart, but it was just really warm, and I think from like dangling feet down, my feet just kind of swelled up and didn't fit my sandals very well. But as soon as I got in some air conditioning, it went away. So I don't think that was pregnancy related. I think that was more so just heat related, because my feet would do that pre-pregnancy anyway. I do have a faster heart rate. I usually, when I'm at work, I wear like a smartwatch. I have a Fitbit, and so there's been a couple times where I'm feeling like really, like I can feel my heart beating really fast, and I look down and my heart rate is like spiked up to like 115, 120 just all of a sudden for no reason, just from like standing. And so then I do have to like go sit down, take a couple minutes to like chill out, breathe through it, kind of bring my heart rate back down, and then I'm good to go. So I'm not really sure why that's happening, but it's not too bad, and it's just kind of like a reminder to like, hey, chill out for a second, maybe go sit for a couple minutes, and we're good to go again. So that hasn't been too bad, but not pleasant. Ooh, this one's been bad. I don't know what is causing this, but every night I am getting the worst knee pain. It is terrible. I don't know why it's happening, but it's like all around my kneecaps hurt, and then it starts to make my muscles, like my quads and my calves, ache, and I don't really know why. I thought that potentially it was just from like being on my feet all the time, but then yesterday was Saturday and I was pretty chill all day. I still was like, I went and ran some errands and walked around a bit, but for the most part I just kind of was really chill all day. Had plenty of time to put my feet up and relax, and I still had the pain at night. And it's like where I just want to like tighten all my muscles up. It's not so much like restless leg, it's like achy leg. So I don't know where that's at. It's not cramping either, it's just aches, and it comes from my knees. So I don't know what that's about, but that's been super unpleasant, and it kind of makes it hard to sleep. So I've really just been trying to remember to take my magnesium before bed. Ben has been helping me with that because I typically forget, so he'll make it for me and bring it to me in bed, be like, don't go to sleep yet, you need to take this. So that's been helpful that he's kind of looking out for me in that way. But typically I'll just drink that and then really try to relax and go to sleep. Speaking of sleep, I have been so uncomfortable when I sleep. And I finally broke down. I thought that they were pointless. I thought that they were just a waste of space and ridiculous. But y'all, I finally broke down and bought a pregnancy pillow. I got one of those big C-shaped pillows, and it is life-changing. Life-changing. I don't even think that this pillow should be labeled a pregnancy pillow. It should just be labeled like get better sleep, because seriously, I sleep so good. And it, like, I'm probably gonna use this after I'm pregnant. Like, it is so good. Ben is even, once I get out of bed, Ben will steal it because it is so comfy, and it just like encloses you. It makes you feel so comfortable. And so if you are thinking the same thing, like, oh, that's pointless, I don't really need that, you need it. Believe me, you need it. And then the last thing I have is that I'm just super forgetful, which I mentioned in the last one too. I don't remember things. I say things wrong all the time. It is what it is. So pregnancy brain is real, y'all. It's not a myth. It's a real thing. But yeah, so that's kind of the main symptoms that I have been dealing with to this point. It's not been too bad. It's been pretty enjoyable. If you watched my previous videos, I had terrible first trimester and even into my second trimester of being super sick. I'm not sick anymore, really. Only if I don't have snacks and I'm not eating as soon as I feel hungry. If I kind of put it off too long, then I'll get sick, but all I have to do is eat a snack and I'm good to go again. So, and that's only in the mornings, and it's not all day. So that's been better. Yeah, but I think that's it. So let me show you the bump and then we'll call this a recap. What do you say? So here is the bump. I'm actually not feeling like super large. I figured at this point, being like over halfway, that I would feel bigger, but I don't know. Feels smaller, but I think holding my core in has kind of made it not feel as big anymore. So I don't know, but that is my pregnancy 5-month recap, and I can't wait to keep you updated on my 6-month and all the fun things to come. So yeah, if you are new, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.